warm welcome to all my lovely audience. Here I'm in conversation with Dr. Bhavi Mody. She's a very great wellness and health expert. Today at IC Tales, she's in conversation with us and I am Khushboo Kabra. So let's take the conversation forward. How are you, ma'am? How is everything going and how is the weather there?
I'm all good. Thank you so much for asking. And I hope you also have a great day ahead. And I wish the same for our viewers too. And in Mumbai, currently, it's good. The weather is also pleasant. So वो जो गर्मी का एक माहौल था वो थोड़ा कम हो गया. So we are feeling better now.
So great to hear, ma'am. And let's begin with the interview. So my first question to you is that when did you started your own brand and what motivated you to do so?
So basically, Khushboo, I have been into healthcare for 25 years now. I've been helping women with hormonal disorders, PCOS, thyroid, with homeopathy, of course, because I have graduated with homeopathy. So I'm a homeopathic doctor. And treating women for so long, I really realized that even a 5% of fat loss would really improve the outcome of my patients. And when I would ask them to, lose weight so that we could get them treated better or managed better, I would use the word manage rather than treat. So when they found it really very difficult to lose weight because it would keep coming back again, and they faced a lot of issues. And there was this one patient of mine who literally pushed me into giving diets to her because she wouldn't go to anybody else, and she put me back to my books. So that's how the journey of planning diets and getting into nutrition started. And then I started learning more. Initially, it was all on my own. I went back to the books to study the nutrition books, the source books. And then I thought it's time to even, have proper certifications in place. So I even did that. And I am into wellness space since long. So I used to host a lot of wellness events, trying to help people with a lot of lifestyle changes. And during that phase, for past 5 years, I studied the pros and cons of various apps, food delivery systems. And then I decided that, there needs to be a hybrid model that is self-paced, that doesn't overwhelm the person on the other side. And the motivation has to come intrinsic. You don't need to have, somebody pushing you all the time. It has to become a habit. So on basis of this, I came up with this model of BFit and Fab, which is a hybrid model, online, offline kind of a thing. And my main motivation to do this comes from my mission, which is to help women stay healthy and happy. Because I truly believe women are health ambassadors and change makers. And if you educate a woman to be healthy, the entire household is healthy, because she is what I like to call them, the home minister of the house. In literal sense, जैसे country का home minister एक country को संभालता है, वैसे a woman really is the core of any house bolo, family bolo. So if the woman of the house is healthy, the home is healthy, I think I can help the society become healthy. So with this in mind, the entire curation of BFit and Fab programs was done. So it's the essence of my knowledge into homeopathy, nutrition, and my experience into healthcare of 25 years. So I basically look to remove the I from illness and replace it with the we to turn illness into wellness. So this is what I want to do with BFit and Fab.
So amazed to hear that, and such a wonderful, great insight I heard. And that was so mesmerizing to hear that at such a age you're so much bold, charming, and yet energetic at the same time to, help women generalize in their life and grow more even better. I'm so surprised. Best, ma'am, for your brand, and I do it very, very eagerly and very beautifully.
Thank you so much.
My second question to you is that what motivated you to stay fit and healthy?
Since I come from this background of health and wellness, I do understand that if you are not fit, if you're not doing certain things, you are going to head towards illness at some point of time, though everything is not in your control, because there are genetic factors, there are external factors which you can't control. But then there are certain factors that are within your control, say nutrition, say lifestyle changes, your sleep habits, your hydration habits. So this is in your control, and I really want to set an example that if I can do it, you can do it too. So if I am aging gracefully at 50, why not you? So yeah, so it's like, when you're raising a child, you always tell that children learn more from what they see rather than from what you tell. So this is same for my patients or for my clients or for whoever is watching me, even online. That if I am fit, maybe they will feel that yes, let's do it. Let's little take this ahead. And it's very simple. I believe a good nutrition, a good lifestyle is very simple, but we make it too complicated. We make it sound like अरे एक बड़ा पहाड़ है जो चढ़ना है और एक बहुत बड़ा काम करना है. But if you come down to the basics, it's so simple. You can just incorporate it into your daily life, and it can be beautifully weaved into your daily life. Khushbu, just let me ask you a question. क्या चलना मुश्किल है?
Not at all.
नॉट एट ऑल, राइट. तो फिर जब हम एक्सरसाइज की बात करते हैं तो क्यों मुश्किल हो जाती है? It's as simple as just incorporating it into your daily life. Like, I just put out a video, I think, on Instagram, that what I do when my patient doesn't turn up. I actually walk in my clinic, and it was not just for the video. I actually do that. If you don't turn up, if I have 15 minutes, I start walking in the clinic itself. So that's how I complete my activity. I ensure that my meat is taken care of. Eating healthy comes a little naturally to me because we have been eating healthy for the longest time, but that doesn't mean that I might not get any diseases. I have a genetic predisposition. I have other factors also working with me. So I might land up with something at some point of time, but I still want to see that जितना मेरे कंट्रोल में है उतना तो मैं कंट्रोल करूं. जो मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है और जो होगा वो देखा जाएगा, तब का तब देखेंगे. So this is what keeps me motivated to stay fit and healthy.
Wow, such a beautiful message to all the young generation that at the age of 50, if you're working so hard and so great, then I might think that people younger to you should work even more harder than you are working, because 50 and 50 age and the people at the age of 25 or let's say 20 are more young in blood and more young in generation than you. So a great motivation to them that how they can work very gracefully and gratefully in their lives. And I hope that your valuable inputs and insights definitely work great in their life, ma'am. My third
So
my third question to you is that you're the co-founder of Vibe. So tell us something about
yes.
Vibe, like any beautiful.
So So Vibe is a platform that's very, very close to my heart because, it's come out of a very personal need. So when I met my co-founder Rinku Nagda, we met at a networking meet, and we realized that we didn't actually get what we wanted out of that meet. And I have also been a co-founder to a mental health company, wherein I had to network a lot to get that company out and open. So that's where I started networking with a lot of women platforms also. And I realized that, we needed a platform that understands women, that understands क्या उनको चाहिए, क्या उनकी, there are certain, I wouldn't call it कि boundaries or anything, but still, when it's the woman of the house, you have certain limitations, and we all have to accept that. कि limitations आते ही आते हैं with women-led business, no matter. I know people who are, I am also pro women and I work a lot for women, but I wanted to keep this in mind that there needs to be a platform which understands what a woman needs. And that's when we both curated this platform called Vibe. At Vibe, it's the only women's platform, and we believe in creating a legacy of support for women in business enterprise. We have about 50 plus businesses on women, and we help them learn and grow. We help them take their business to the next level. We help them with networking. We help them with the skills that they would need. to manage their businesses, and we also help them with holistic growth, because at the end of the day it's not only about business, it's about you also. So if you are happy, your business is going to thrive. So health, happiness, business, everything goes hand in hand. तो अगर आप वेलनेस को पूरा देखोगे तो फाइनेंस इज ऑल्सो ह्यूज पार्ट ऑफ वेलनेस. And that I felt if we had a platform like this, I could address it. And it's all thanks to my co-founder, that she shared the same vision, and our energies match, and we could create this platform. And we are currently going to be opening membership for the fourth year in December. So Vibe is going to turn four in the next Jan 2023 will be turning four.
Wow, ma'am, what a great platform you're working on. And, helping many women to grow in their life is really very important in today's generation, because there are still many women who think that नहीं मतलब घर में रहेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा, but there is something outside housework also. I'm not saying that housework is not important, but working outside the house and living for your passion and dream is one of the most important things, ma'am. All the best
Totally.
your brand Vibe, and really hoping to go in future, ma'am. So
thank you so much.
My next question to you is that what is the important thing you think that a client should remember while working out towards his or her goal?
So we all want to be smart, right, Khushboo? अगर कोई हमको बोलता है बहुत smart हो तो कैसा लगता है?
Obviously, it feels really very nice.
So when you want to set a goal, what should you do? Shouldn't your goal be smart? कि आपको अच्छा लगे, आपको ऐसा लगे कि मुझे वो अचीव करना है, मुझे ये करना है. So when I'm working with a client, first of all, I help them understand that what goal setting is all about. अगर मैं आज आपको पूछती हूँ कि supposedly you're my client and I ask you, आपको कितना वजन कम करना है, just randomly tell me that what will be your answer.
Obviously numbers, like I want to reduce 5 kgs or 10 kgs.
Perfect. So this is what everybody tells me, that I want to lose 10 kg. Now, if I have to set a smart goal, it has to be specific. तो ये specific हुआ कि आपने एक number दिया मुझे. Measurable है क्योंकि वो भी आपने एक number दिया. Achievable है कि नहीं ये आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? Realistic है कि नहीं ये कैसा पता चलेगा? How will you know whether your goal is achievable and realistic? So till the time you don't give me a statement which says that specific in the sense, specific in terms of number, like 5 kgs in 10 years, 12 years, 3 years, how long? So you have to make it time bound. Now, if I have had patients or clients come to me and tell me, bhai ki shadi hai, I have this about 45 days, और 45 days में I want to lose 8 to 10 kgs. अभी आप मुझे करवाओ, कुछ भी करके करवाओ. Is it realistic is my question. It's not.
Definitely, if we think and if we work towards our goal, it is realistic, because I have seen people reducing.
Yes. So कैसे? आपने क्रैश डाइट की, आपने फैट डाइट की, क्या आप ये हम लाइफ लॉन्ग कर सकोगे? क्या ये सस्टेनेबल है? Will you be able to do that diet which made you reduce 7 kgs in 1.5 months for life? Ask yourself that question. So that is how I help them set a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, reasonable, and a time-bound goal. So now let me take the same example. Say you're looking at 8 kgs as per your doctor's advice. And you write down, I want to lose 8 kgs. It is, and you have to ask yourself, is it specific, realistic, measurable, time bound? If it is no, then you have to put a timeline to it. Say 7 kgs in 1 month, like we just discussed. Is it realistic and achievable? Here I would say no. That's where my job comes in, to help you set this goal. Why no? Because ideally research states that losing around 500 grams per week is healthy. So एक महीने में कितना हुआ? 4 kgs, up to 4 kgs, okay? But you have to factor in so many other factors. What is your sleep cycle? What is your daily schedule? आप एक्टिविटी के लिए कितना टाइम निकाल पाओगे. तो दिस इज व्हाट अगेन आई नीड टू टेक इनटू अकाउंट. तो ये फोर केजीज जो मैंने आपको बोला, 500 ग्राम्स के हिसाब से 2 केजीज होता है एक महीने का. तो अगर आप 8 केजीज लूज करना चाहते हो, तो isn't it 3 months with this also? But still, you may not reach there even in 3 months because of the other factors which we have to factor in when we help you set a goal. So then we have to break it into chunks. That okay, let's make it doable. Let's say 500 grams in a week बोला है, तो हम क्या इससे थोड़ा कम ले सकते हैं, ताकि जब हम ये अचीव करें तो वी आर हैप्पी अबाउट इट एंड नॉट सैड अबाउट नॉट रीचिंग दैट नंबर. बिकॉज यू हैव टू सेलिब्रेट योर विन्स. क्या होता है ना, जब हम एक बड़ा नंबर सेट करते हैं और जब हम वो अचीव नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो जो छोटा अमाउंट भी हमने अचीव किया उसको सेलिब्रेट नहीं करते. हम ये बोलते हैं कि ओ मैंने तो सोचा था 2.5 केजीज ये महीने में होगा, मेरा तो 1.5 किलो ही वजन गया. बट यू लॉस्ट 1.5 केजीज मैन, सेलिब्रेट इट. Because from where you were, you've already started and you've taken a step ahead. You are reaching your goal one step at a time. So isn't it something to celebrate? ये तो ऐसी बात हो गई ना कि हम पूरा अगर कोई बच्चा है उसको हम रिजल्ट से जज करते हैं, ना कि उसकी एबिलिटी और कैपेबिलिटी से. उसको अगर मार्क्स कम आए तो हमने फटकार दिया, डांट दिया, लेकिन हमने ये नहीं देखा कि उसको ड्राइंग में अच्छे मार्क्स आए या उसने कुछ और बहुत अच्छे से किया है. मैथ में कम मार्क्स आए वो हमने देख लिया, इंग्लिश में टॉप किया वो हमने नहीं देखा. So, somewhere I want people to get out of this and understand that every single step that you're taking towards your goal is your win. And you need to celebrate that and move ahead, because that really helps you focus better. That makes the journey more happy. You feel more happier, you feel more content. Yes, you need to be consistent. You need to be patient. Khushboo, somewhere I feel that this generation has so much instant gratification. एक पोस्ट डाला, कितनी लाइक्स आई, किसने लाइक किया, किसने कमेंट किया, अरे इतने ही व्यूज मिले, अरे इतनी ही लाइक्स आई, एंड वी fall into that depression era. But we don't see that, consistent रहेंगे तो even if you're creating content, it's going to help you. You never know what will just one day go viral. You don't know. But you have to work towards it. You have to work consistently towards it. I would say work smart, not hard.
Yeah, I would like to say that work hard plus smart, because both are important.
Yes.
In today's time.
Both are important. Very, very important. So your consistency, your patience, your perseverance, your passion has to be there for you to achieve your goals, whether it is life, whether it is work, whether it is weight loss, whether it is your health goals, whatever goals you set for yourself, these are the things that are going to help you. And I exactly guide my clients towards this when I help them set goals.
Yeah, exactly, because in today's generation, patience is lacking. And somewhere people are like, we need to get the results instant. As in,
yes,
just like you said, that in today's time, if you are losing 1 kg in a month, so they will not celebrate, rather they will focus on the point that we need to reduce 2 kgs. How come we have reduced 1 kg? So I believe that something is better than nothing, because earlier वो 1 kg भी reduce नहीं हो रहा था, but now it's happening ना. So celebrate on the fact that something is happening, something is better than nothing. Something
totally. So I always tell them that practice to progress and not to be perfect. Perfection जैसा कुछ नहीं होता है. You have to make yourself better every single day, and you are work in progress. So let's work towards it that way, and that's what will help you through life. Because BFit and Fab programs are not just for a weight loss program. It's more than weight loss, because being into healthcare, being into mental health domain, it's a complete holistic program that I provide, where I take into account your emotional health, your lifestyle, your nutrition, and then work towards your goal.
Wow, ma'am, very great to hear that. That at the age of 50, you're still not behind the bars, you're not behind the race. In fact, you are leading the race. So that is what making me feel more grateful that I am so much younger to you, so I should even work harder than you. Like it is giving me that sort of, encouragement. So
Thank you.
really
Thank you so much.
great
It
to
means a
hear
lot.
your valuable insights that these valuable insights are very much, blooming. It's really nice
Thank you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My next question to you is that you have done MD in homeopathy as well. So as there are all
Yes.
discussions, going in the house. So what according to you is better, allopathy or homeopathy? What do you believe in? Can cure better?
So there's nothing like better. कोई competition नहीं है homeopathy और allopathy की. This is for all my homeopathic friends as well as my allopathic contemporaries. There's no need to get one science down or push the other science up. Each science has its scope and limitations, and you need to work within the scope and accept the limitation of that science. I have been a postgraduate into homeopathy, been practicing since 1995. And I really feel that, there are times when I tell my patients कि बच्चे को अगर बुखार बहुत ज्यादा है तो पैरासिटामोल दे देना. Don't allow the child to suffer, because at the end of the day my patient being better is what I care for, rather than allopathy ने क्योर किया कि होम्योपैथी ने क्योर किया. Having said this, I am a person right in front of you who is a beneficiary of homeopathy. As a child, I was suffering from allergic bronchitis, which was cured with homeopathy. My mother suffered from, heavy menstrual bleeding, and she was miserable. I have seen her suffer like hell, and it was homeopathy that helped her. And when I was learning homeopathy, the kind of cases that my mentors treated, that my sir treated, were so immense that it left an impact on me to a level that I decided that it's going to be only homeopathy and nothing but homeopathy that I will practice. And as I started working with patients, I realized that women and children are the best beneficiaries of homeopathy. Be it hormonal issues, be it PCOS, be it thyroid, it works beautifully well. And for children to build immunity, I think there's nothing better than homeopathy. And I think homeopathy is the best mode of treatment for these particular cases, though I have seen it work for many, many other things. But my forte being treating women and children, I would say that these are the issues that I have wonderfully treated and managed with homeopathy. I have my sir, Dr. Kishore Mehta, who manages skin cases so beautifully with homeopathy. आप उनके पास psoriasis लेके जाओ, eczema लेके जाओ, and it's like this that he shows his magic. So I have treated allergies also very successfully. So yes, these are cases where homeopathy works beautifully well. In cases of diabetes and hypertension, I would say that never stop allopathic medications. Along with that, you may take homeopathy because it will support your overall well-being. लेकिन blood pressure और diabetes के लिए the mainstream of medicine has to be allopathy. So here I know that this is my limitation. यहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ उनको थोड़ा help कर सकती हूँ, but the major treatment has to come from the other end. So I want to work, cohesively, where I say that, okay, let's all come together as practitioners and work towards wellness of the patient rather than showcasing that मेरा science तेरे science से better कैसे. Doesn't work that way.
Wow, ma'am, lovely, lovely. Very great to hear and know so much about homeopathy as well as allopathy, that both works dynamically better in everyday life, but homeopathy is the, रामबाण दवा जिसे बोलते हैं.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it is.
exactly.
It is.
My next question to you is that uncover 5 health and fitness myths strongly affecting women's in today's era.
So if I have to say of myths for women, basically the first thing that comes to my mind is पीसीओएस का कोई भी पेशेंट आता है ना तो वो इतना घबराया हुआ आता है कि सब लोग मुझे बोल रहे हैं कि पीसीओएस है तो प्रेगनेंसी हो ही नहीं सकती. You will never ever get pregnant in your life. But yes, I will not say that because PCOS is there, so infertility का factor आता है. But it's not like you will never get pregnant, right? So let's encourage our women who have PCOS over there to understand that your lifestyle, your food, and your stress management plays a very important role in managing your PCOS. तो अगर आप एक balanced meal लेते हो, अगर आपका lifestyle active lifestyle है, you're managing your stresses better, you're sleeping well, you're sleeping on time, waking up on time, there is hope. और अगर फिर भी नहीं कुछ होता तो you have so many methods which modern science has to offer, right? तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको बच्चा हो ही नहीं सकता है, तो don't have that stress in your mind because that stress is again going to impact your PCOS. So let's not have that. Let's work towards managing it better and seeing that how we can improve it to and create energy in us which makes us feel that ये हो सकता है and I will do it. So that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about, when you talk of a myth. The second myth is that, clients who come to me and for BFit and Fab feel that carbs खाने ही नहीं चाहिए. मतलब carb ना हो गया कोई poison हो गया. Like I remember distinctly a client telling me, "Ma'am, आपने रात को carbs दिए." Like she was so paranoid about me giving her that jawar roti at night, and asking her to eat a biryani at night, a pulao, kadi chawal दिया था उनको. And she was so paranoid about it, and I literally had to sit her down and tell her that carbs are not bad. What types of carb you are eating is important. Like complex carbs अगर आप खा रहे हो तो वो जरूरत है आपकी बॉडी की. 60% energy of your body of your daily requirement needs to come from carbs. Where else will it come from? तो प्लीज डोंट रिस्ट्रिक्ट योर सेल्फ या कोई एक फूड ग्रुप को कंप्लीटली एलिमिनेट नहीं करना चाहिए. ये ग्रुप एलिमिनेशन जो मिथ है ना कि अगर मैं सिर्फ हाई फैट हाई प्रोटीन डाइट पे जाऊंगी तो ही मेरा वेट लॉस होगा, वो एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ है. So this a balanced meal is the way to go, and you need to balance all food groups in your plate. The third myth is, the superfoods kind of a thing which comes up in the market. Suddenly कहीं ना कुछ एक फूड आ जाएगा या कुछ एक मैजिक पोर्शन आ जाएगा और उसको एक सुपर फूड बना देते हैं और सबको लगता है कि अगर ये लिया तो मेरा वेट लॉस हो जाएगा. जैसे आई रिमेम्बर पेशेंट, शी वॉज अ होम्योपैथिक पेशेंट ऑफ माइन asking me what are your thoughts on green coffee, and I was like, green coffee, now what is this, ये कहाँ से आया? एंड शी इज लाइक, नहीं मुझे माय फ्रेंड ऑफ माइंड टोल्ड मी कि ग्रीन कॉफी को इंक्लूड कर तेरे डाइट में और वेट लॉस ऐसे हो जाएगा. तो आई सेड, अल्लाह दिन का चिराग है क्या जो रख दिया और वेट लॉस हो जाएगा? So yes, you may have metabolism boosters, but there is no one food that can give you weight loss. So that's something that you need to believe, that there is no magic pill for weight loss. It's your efforts, it's your consistency and your patience and what you eat and what you do in your entire day, that's going to matter. तो कोई एक चीज को लेके ना, डोंट थिंक दैट बिकॉज आई इंक्लूडेड दिस इन माय डाइट इट विल हैपन. ना ग्रीन टी से होगा, ना ग्रीन कॉफी से होगा, ना एसीवी से होगा, ना सिनेमन वाटर से होगा, ना नींबू पानी से होगा. It is everything put together. So it's not like I don't prescribe green tea. Yes, I do, because it is a metabolism booster and it has antioxidants. I'm prescribing green tea for that. I am not prescribing green tea because it will melt away your fat. There is nothing that will melt away your fat. Very sorry to burst that bubble for you, but there is nothing that will melt away from fat just by taking that one thing कि मैंने ये लिया और ये हो गया. तो ऐसा नहीं होगा. तो anybody claiming that, please don't fall prey to these things. You know, that I think one more thing that I want to add is that people fear fat, ghee, especially ghee. So yes, ghee is a saturated fat. You need to eat it mindfully, but that doesn't mean that you can't include ghee at all in your diet. Uh, I generally say that, a certain amount of fat is very essential for your body because आपके vitamins A, D, E and K are fat soluble. तो अगर body में fat नहीं है या आप फैट नहीं कंज्यूम कर रहे हो तो इट डजंट वर्क. एंड व्हेन आई से फैट, you can consider avocado as a fat, you can consider your nuts and seeds as fat. You also need your oil and your ghee because that adds flavor to your food. You don't like to eat bland food, right? Nobody does. वो फीका खाना किसी को पसंद नहीं है, और सबको ऐसा लगता है कि हम डाइट पे है तो हमको सिर्फ सैलेड और सूप खाना है. नो बॉस, you need to eat real food. You're not going to be just on your salad and your soups. That's not a diet. That is like I will die eating that. तो वो डाइटिंग हो जाएगी, और मैं किसी को डाइटिंग नहीं करवाती. आई हेल्प यू ईट हेल्दी फूड एंड लूज वेट. सो या, these are the things that I really needed the viewers to understand. And thank you for asking this question. Such an important question this was.
Thank you, ma'am, for such lovely insights, and thank you for being on board with IC Tales. And it was a great pleasure having you, ma'am, here. And it was a great interview having to know such great information about health and wellness in today's time, especially
Thank you.
after post covid. The health is running really very bad in factors in terms of everything we are, eating, we are breathing, we are living, we are sleeping, everything we are going through. And ma'am, you broaden my horizons, and I hope you broadens the audience horizons. And thank you, ma'am, for being on IC Tales, and it was a great
Pleasure.
having you here, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me over, and it was my pleasure indeed to be addressing the audience via IC Tales, because I believe that every little step that you take matters, and you help me reach out to more women. So I thank you for helping me move a step forwards in my vision and my mission as well. Thank you so much. It was a
Thank you,
real
ma'am.
pleasure.
And all the best for your brand vibe and for your BFit and Fab. And hoping you to, grow and excel in your life. Really very great. And
I,